Hello and welcome to the special weather briefing for May 1st, 2020 from your National Weather Service Spokane Weather Forecast Office. The Severe Thunderstorm Outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, or SPC, forecasts the best potential for severe thunderstorms Saturday afternoon over southeast Washington and the southern Idaho Panhandle. Here is a review of the definitions from the Storm Prediction Center. Compared to other parts of the U.S., our region sees relatively few severe thunderstorms. On Friday, the SPC is forecasting a marginal risk, but updates to this outlook will be posted early Saturday morning. Scattered severe thunderstorms or a slight risk is not out of the question. The window for the strongest storms on Wednesday is between 1 and 7 p.m. The greatest threat for hail is in northeast Oregon, southeast Washington, and the Idaho Panhandle south of I-90. With strong gusty winds, the potential for blowing dust to reduce visibility across the Columbia Basin is one to watch out for tomorrow. This is a computer model radar simulation of what it might look like tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. The first and weakest wave of rain will move through. Depending on how widespread the rain is, it might help mitigate the chances of blowing dust later in the day. The first wave moves off the northeast, and between noon and 2 p.m., we will see isolated strong thunderstorms beginning to develop around the LC Valley. The second and the strongest wave becomes organized as it moves over the Cascades. By 4 p.m., the strong storms are moving into the southern Idaho Panhandle, while another line of storms moves across the basin. This line is where the greatest potential for blowing dust, strong winds, frequent lightning, and brief heavy downpours will be through the afternoon hours. By 6 p.m., this wave is a mature line with segments that potentially could bow out, producing localized severe wind gusts. We will be watching this line very closely for damaging wind and blowing dust as it approaches the Spokane metro area. On the backside, a third wave moves across the Cascades, bringing breezy conditions and more rain. Finally, around sunset, we see the remnants of the line weakening as it moves into northeast Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. The final wave of rain and wind moves across the basin. That line will continue to bring beneficial rains to much of the area overnight. The shaded area has the greatest potential for areas of blowing dust. Visibility could be locally reduced to near zero in the strongest storms or where fields that have been recently planted or worked. Blowing dust is difficult to forecast, but many variables are coming together for locally hazardous driving conditions in this area. This is the graphic that the National Weather Service has posted on Facebook, Twitter, and weather.gov/Spokane. Please feel free to share this graphic to heighten public awareness for potential weather hazards. A recent blowing dust event near Dusty, Washington caused hazardous driving conditions and resulted in an extended road closure. Again, conditions like this are possible Saturday near the strongest storms. Finally, here is a summary of the thunderstorm and wind event that we are anticipating Saturday, May 2nd. Be sure to check weather.gov/Spokane for any updates to this forecast. Thanks for joining us.